I don't, I don't know how many ladies are going to be jumping on this stream, but welcome all you men out there. It's Friday, one of the best days of the week for many people. Uh, Many of you guys are maybe still at work. Maybe you're getting off of work. Maybe you don't even work on Fridays. I don't know. Maybe you work Saturdays and Sundays. Maybe this is just another day for you. But welcome in. I know when I used to work a 9 to 5 job every day, I I just could not wait until Friday came. Fridays were just great days. Days that were more laid back. I mean, completely opposite than a Monday for sure. But Fridays are nice days. You're getting ready for the weekend, got big plans, at least you get to hang out with your family, that type of stuff. But let me know, guys, what you guys got big plans for the weekend? Drop it in the chat. I'd like to know. But more than anything, my name's Chad. If you were new here, welcome to Beards, Heads, and Threads, where we talk about all things beard care related, head shaving related, men's fashion, cool stuff like these watches here. Just cool stuff, wallets, just probably stuff that people think are weird, but I really don't care. Things that are fun. Sometimes electronics. I don't know if you guys caught my friend from Raven Beard Co. earlier, Gokon. I really did not expect him to say what he said on that video. I was blown away, really. I was really nice of him to do that, but not necessarily something he had to do. But today, let me know, guys, what are you wearing in your beard today? Don't say ketchup and mustard, because we already know most of us are already wearing that stuff already when we eat, or sauce, or for me, Mexican salsa maybe. But what beard oil are you using today? I'm just curious. What am I using? I'm using my Frosty. I've been using that a lot this week. Practically almost all week. I think probably all week I've been using the Frosty. And I'm enjoying it. I enjoy the softness to it. I enjoy just how it makes my beard soft and moisturized, and smells really good. I mean, it doesn't smell the same as when I put it in. It has a dry down effect going on right now. I can definitely smell the bass notes in it. But it feels good. Smells amazing. Who stinks in the chat? If you do, I've got some good news for you. You don't have to stink anymore. Go take a shower. No, but seriously though, guys, hit that like button as you're coming in. I would definitely like to know, what are you guys rocking today? Fragrance wise, what are you rocking in your beard? If you're wearing a fragrance, if you're wearing a beard oil with a certain scent, let me know. I'm just curious. We're going to talk favorite scents today, and I'm going to tell you my favorite scents of all time. I'm going to tell you my favorite beard products when it comes to scents, even from different companies. I have no problem at all discussing other beard product companies. I don't. Not worried about it. Not worried that they might get business and I don't. I'm not worried about it. Honest, tell you the truth. I mean, that's what we should be doing anyways, right? Being honest and being transparent, what we do and what we talk about and how we feel and all this good stuff. So I will say this. You probably won't believe me, and that's fine. But I will say this. Today, I am wearing the Frosty blend, which is going to have those nice, different feel, type of wintry type of feel vibes to it, the notes in it. But today I'm actually wearing my own fragrance. I started making my own fragrance line. I have Amber Trail in today. As far as not in, but on. I've actually made Amber Trail in a fragrance. And my sister-in-law caught me the other night and was like, man, what is that you're wearing? Actually, I lied. My wife wore my Amber Trail the other night, and my sister-in-law asked her what she's wearing, and she said, I'm wearing Chad's Amber Trail. She said she wants to get some, which is interesting. It really is. It kind of opened up a whole idea like, wow, this is a very masculine scent, and it's appealing, so appealing to females where they even want to wear it too. Have you ever noticed a lot of women like to wear guy fragrances? Have you guys noticed that? I haven't ever seen very many guys wearing women's fragrances. other than maybe BR540, which is more of a unisex, which is fantastic. That BR540, I got to tell you, it's got to be probably one of my top fragrances of all times. No ambers for me. They crazy. What you wearing, bro? Amber Trail. No ambers for me, bro. Oh man, that's funny. You always hear about amber all the time, right? James, Beard Octane North Pole from their calendar set. Sweet. I haven't ever tried the North Pole. I never even don't even know what it smells like from Beard Octane. They've got so many scents. They've got great stuff. I will say my favorite all-time scent from Beard Octane would be Liquid Gold for sure. I do like Nitro. I don't use Nitro as much as I used to. I went through a moment where I just loved it, the coffee blueberry, but I think I just kind of overdone it. You guys ever like wear something so much where you just kind of get to the point where you're just like done with it? It's kind of how it was with that Nitro. I still have it, still like it. I just don't use as much as I did, but I still use, and I haven't worn it in a while, but every now and then I'll go back and try out the Liquid Gold, which is the oud, frankincense, and leather from Beard Octane. Another one I liked that they discontinued was the Downshift. It had the oatmeal in it, honey, and all that. I like that nice clean scent. I had their wash on that. And what was the other one? I'm trying to think of the other one I really liked. I did like the Grizzly Puncher and Envy, I think. But I don't use a whole lot of... Honestly, these days, I usually just use my own products. And let's just be honest. But I do rotate. I do rotate and use different blends of different companies. And I'll tell you ones that I do in my normal rotation here in just a few minutes. Oud is a great scent to incorporate into your products. I agree, Amanel Dairy. I'm not sure how to say your name. I just ordered your rustic timber oil and butter. Sweet, James, you're gonna love it, dude. Are you guys with me still? Did I lose the sound? Did I lose you guys? Still here? Better. All right. So, sorry about that. I had a notification popped up, and you know how that is when you have a stupid iPhone. So, I like to use Raven Beard Co. I have it in a rotation. I like to use the 19 or 18, what is it? I always get it mixed up on the date. 1898, I believe it is, and the Vulcan. I like using those. I do also like to use his Havana. Just a nice, pleasing, not overpowering. Sometimes I like my fragrances to be loud. Sometimes I just want to be chill. You know what I mean? And his fragrances aren't really, really loud, but they're really good. They're unique and they're really good, and I like them. I think it's great. I like to use his Bird Blend in that 1898, I believe it is. I I'm trying to think what else. Okay, so I like using Artius Man still. I like the Tinderbox. I enjoy that one. I also enjoy using um, the humidor from them as well. I've got almost every one of the Artius Man uh, beard oils, almost every one of them. And those are the two that I gravitate to the most. Just kind of a smoky cigar type, pipe tobacco. Those are the ones that I'm really driven to, especially in the wintertime. When it's colder outside, I'm not really for the citrus. I'm not really for the aquatics. As a fragrance guy that's been doing it for a long time, you'll notice and you'll learn that aquatics just don't last very long in the wintertime. And they're not made to be. Unless you have something like Deepwater Spice that I have, which still, I mean, it's not going to be like crazy as much as something like a Rustic Timber or old Saddle or one of the oud ones. And there's a reason for that. There is a little bit of incense in the aquatic that I made of Deepwater Spice, and the reason why is because Acquadigio Profumo that came out years ago was an amazing flanker of Armani, and for whatever reason they discontinued it, and I was really bummed. I wanted to buy it. It's like, dude, I'm not going to pay $300, $350, $400 for a 3.4 ounce bottle, 100 mil. I'm just not going to do it, and so I didn't. And I wanted to come up with a fragrance that smelled a lot like it, and I came up with Deepwater Spice, which is the beard product, which I'll also have in a fragrance eventually. And let me just say this. My fragrances that I'm making, one thing that drives me nuts, I know it drives you guys nuts, is when you buy a fragrance and it doesn't last very long. I know a lot of you guys out there, you guys love fragrances that just don't last very long. You'll spend a lot of money on a fragrance because you just don't want it to last very long, right? No, I'm just completely kidding. That's completely opposite. We buy fragrances and we want them to last a long time, and we want them to project. We want people to smell us and go, you smell good. My sister-in-law, funny story, she said to me one time, Tara, my wife, which is her sister, she always gets compliments on her fragrances, but I never, ever get anybody saying anything about my fragrance. But yet you just said something about my fragrance. I'm surprised. And I said, yeah, I could smell it when you sat down. And it's funny because I said cool water, and I knew exactly what it was. And I said, the reason why your fragrances don't last that long is because you are buying a toilet water. You're buying toilet water. And we make a joke about that, because the guys used to mess with me and razz me all the time, because I always say, okay, it's a toilet, and then you have the parfums, and then you have the extrait de parfums, and then below the toilets, or toilet water, if we kid around and say, it's cologne. All right, so you get the cologne, and it doesn't last very long at all. The next level up would be a toilet, very little bit of actual fragrance oil in it, the concentration. Then you want to step up the next level. You're going to have a parfum or perfume. The parfum is a little stronger than the toilet, which is more money. And then on the very top, which is about 40%, somewhere around 40%, that's kind of like my ratio, is where you're going to find the extrait de parfum. And that is the place where you want to be if you want to find a fragrance that's going to last a long time. And so I'm going to tell you, I have reviewed a lot of fragrances in my lifetime, and checked a lot of them out, niche and designer. If you're wondering what niche is just a house that actually, all they do is specialize in fragrance. They don't do clothing, anything like that. Now, a designer would be like Tom Ford, he makes clothing, or Versace or Armani. They make clothing, all kinds of different things, but they also make fragrances. But then when you find somebody like Bond Number 9 that only makes fragrances, or the House of Creed, they're gonna have fragrances that are up in the $200, $300, $400, all the ones up there, like BR 540, expensive stuff. But the fact of it is that a lot of those fragrances are still parfums, and some of them are toilets. But most of them, if you really find a good fragrance, you're gonna find one that has a lot of concentration, high percentage of fragrance oil. And so what happens is when you go buy a fragrance from the store and you buy a toilette, you got to look on the bottom of the bottle, and you'll see if it's a toilette or a parfum. And if you buy a toilette, you got to know that there's going to be more perfumers alcohol mixed into it to really they're basically diluting the fragrance, and it's not going to last very long on your skin. All right, just to tell you the truth, the parfums are going to have more of a percentage of the concentration of fragrance oils, which will make it last longer. And the extrait de parfum is going to be like 40% of it is going to be fragrance oil. So it should technically, if you will, technically last longer. So my fragrances is going to all be extrait de parfum. So you got to know that the fragrances that I'm going to put out will have longevity and they will project. That's one of the things that means a lot to me. Like I take into serious consideration, because the reason why we buy this stuff is we want it to last. And it drives me nuts when I buy a nice fragrance that spend a lot of money on one and it doesn't get anything as far as projection. Definitely don't get compliments because nobody smells it. It's not that, doesn't last that long. So that's what I'm gonna do. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like a beast mode when you walk in the door, but something, you know. And I know there's a time and place where you want to wear a fragrance that's maybe something that will be more discoverable, if you will, than noticed. Like, you know, you have to come up on somebody and you can discover them when you're closer to them. And there's a place and time for that too. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying all, you know, has to be beast mode all the time. Ian Davies, good to see you. Roger, good to see you. I ordered 2 Woody Woodpeckers and a Frosty. Can't wait to try them out. I seen that order and I'm excited to get it out to you. I got it all ready, but I'm waiting on one thing that I'm putting in every one of those Woody Woodpecker packages that you are going to love, exclusively for the Woody Woodpecker drop. So don't miss it, all right? First 15's already gone. They're already loaded up. I've got, you know, free sample of my next drop in January that nobody wants to miss. It's exciting. But all the first 15 orders will have a free sample of the new one. I'm not even going to tell the name, but everyone that gets it will know the name because it's on the sample label. But everybody that's buying the Woody Woodpecker regardless is going to get a special little gift inside of the package. So I've got a lot of people that's bought the Woody Woodpecker. I mean, even midnight last night, there was orders coming in, and I've got it all ready. Usually, here's the deal. Let me tell you this. Usually, I always ship everything out the same day when you buy it, or the next day, depending on how late you order it. But in this case with the Woody Woodpecker, I did make it all. I've got it all together, but there's one thing that's missing that I'm still waiting on it, and it was supposed to be here yesterday or today. It's showing that it's going to show up on Monday in the mail. And so that is going to be going into every package of the Woody Woodpecker. So that is why I've delayed on sending it out. I feel bad because I hate waiting to ship stuff out. But you guys, a little patience, I promise, will pay off in the end. You will be happy and you'll enjoy it. You'll be very, very happy with it. I promise you, you will. I don't need a profile to be loud, but I do want it to hit. Otherwise, what's the point of wearing it? I can put unscented on if that was the case. Absolutely. Can you please tell my husband Raw to hurry up? I'm waiting to go get iced coffee. You're all I hear at home now. I've come to know your voice so well. Wow. You know, I hope that my voice is not very boring for you, because if it is, maybe it might be a great voice to help put you to sleep, you know, especially if you hear me start doing music and I pull my guitar out, start singing, you might definitely go to sleep. I am doing a live music deal tonight on my other channel for my members over there. So if you want to catch the music, you're interested in how horrible my voice may sound, I'm gonna have an acoustic and I'm gonna be on a, you know, just mic'd doing some music tonight in a room, just acoustic, you know, vocals, that type of stuff. And so hope to catch you tonight, 6 p.m. over there at Growing in Grace. Chad, can you, okay, you already read that. Let's get the worship on, brother. We will, for sure. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna serenade every one of you guys to sleep. All right. So listen, I wanted to get on here, and I just wanted to share. I've got some other ones I want to go through real quick. I'm all. Let me just say this: I love my company. I want to grow my company. I love you guys helping me grow my company. But I also know this, that I want to help support other people. I don't think that necessarily. I think that somebody had said this the other night, and it made a lot of sense. But I already feel this way already. But the way they said it was great. You can be on the ground and you can be picking up every crumb you can, or you can be up and supporting everybody else and rise when they rise. All right. And I don't want to be all about myself, and I don't want you touching nobody else's beard products and their companies. I want you to come to mine because I have superior, supreme stuff that's better than everybody else. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. You want to go support a company and that's your jam and that's what you like and you're sold out to that company, I'm happy for you. But if you're looking to try different stuff out and you want to give my stuff a try, that's awesome. I encourage you to do it. I try to do my very best and put the best products out there, the best premium, and try to find the best scents to go along with it. Fantastic. But there are other companies that still have great stuff. And I'm going to tell you stuff that I actually use myself in a rotation. So I already told you I use Raven Beard Co. on a rotation. I also use Bane Blends. I like their stuff too. Bob, good to see you. Jacqueline, I don't know if I actually said welcome, but welcome in. And sorry for stealing your husband away from you. Bob, good to see you, man. Let me think of it. I told you about Artius, man. I use Beard Octane very, very, very seldom. I used to use them all the time. If I use them, I usually use the liquid gold. I just like it. I have addiction to beard products in a lot of different companies. I do too. The bad thing about beard products is if you're getting into it, it can be a very, very big, huge rabbit hole that you fall into because you're always chasing the next best thing, the next best scent, the next scent that just sounds so amazing, so amazing. But somebody gave me a great tip one time. They said, you know what? The best thing to do is just buy unscented. Because then you don't ever have to worry about, every scent that comes out. That's amazing. You have the unscented, and that's the unscented. It works great for your beard, and you don't have to worry about always trying to buy another unscented beard oil that smells another scented beard oil that smells like a boss. I always say, smell like a boss. That's my terminology when it comes to smelling really good. Okay, I don't know how good bosses really smell. I mean, I had bosses before, and they really didn't technically smell very good. Their attitudes really stunk, actually. But I will say this, you can smell like a boss. Who cares, right? I'm a boss, and I think I smell pretty good at all times, unless I'm just waking up out of bed. And I still smell good. My wife just said, my kids' mama. That's what I meant to say. Holy cow. That could get really bad, guys. I am not from Arkansas, okay? I am not from Arkansas. I might not be too far from Arkansas. And shout out to all you guys that are in Arkansas. I'm so sorry. You guys do what you do. I'm not going to get in the middle of all that. All right? That's between you and God. Ryan Garner, good to see you. I'm the boss, and I smell great. Oh, dude, I know you smell great. No doubt about it, Mr. Woody Woodpecker, for sure. And Mr. Blue Suede Ember. By the way, Blue Suede Ember is another one that I like to use a lot in my own beard. That's my own beard scent that I have made. Smells a lot like Bleecker Street from Bond Number 9, that one that I was telling you about. That's a high niche company. And I love Woody Woodpecker. I don't think there's another oud out there that smells like it. And that's what I love so much about oud. Oud can put you in the mood. And that's not a bad mood that I'm talking about, not a dirty mood. I'm saying just put you in a mood. My wife's smiling at me. I shouldn't be talking like this because now... So listen, in a good mood is what I'm saying. You take the pressure off of you, just make you relax, enjoy life, and just kind of maybe put you into a place of tranquility. That time, okay, I'm just really building it up now. But seriously, I like that scent a lot. I'm a wood guy. I like woody type of scents too. I like tobacco and woody type scents, smokiness, smoky. Udi, Moody, Booty, nah.
Your mind is
Crudy. No, I'm just trying to rhyme right now, and I'm sounding like an idiot. She's getting in a mood. Oh my goodness. See what sense will do to you. Sense will just make sense. And so, Chad, I need a cologne scented beard oil like mahogany teakwood. I've got it. I have it. I actually have it. That I've never made a fragrance in it, but I have it. I have my own that I've made back in the spring. And if you want one, I don't have it on the website, but I can certainly make a special one and ship it out behind the scenes. Again, I've got several scents that I can always make, but I never, I'm on a schedule of putting things out. And if I overwhelm the system, I could have so much that I put out at one time and it overwhelmed me. But I do have a great mahogany teakwood type of scent that I used to use back in the springtime when I was really starting to get things going in the business. I remember vividly wearing it when I went on a trip to a canoe trip. It wasn't a canoe trip. What was it? A rafting trip. We went to Tahlequah, Oklahoma, and I remember having it. And I sometimes it's funny. I'll pull off different oils off my shelf in my bathroom that are not labeled, and I'll smell it. I know exactly what it is. It's the ones that I've made, but I know what the scent is. So if you guys want a mahogany teakwood, I can certainly make one up for you and get one for you for sure. But yeah, a great, lovely scent. I'm a big woodsy type of guy. Again, like I said, woodsy, pipe tobacco, cigar type, boozy type scent. I don't drink alcohol, but there are some great fragrances that smell a little boozy and smells great. Doesn't smell like you're drunk or anything like that. I mean, I'm not saying I make an oil that smells like beer, you know, where you smells like you're gonna get pulled over and they're gonna think you've been drinking because your beard smells like it's drunk. Yeah, just email me info@bhtgrooming.com and we can get something going. You know, I do have your guys' address, obviously. Raw just purchased some stuff from me not too long. In fact, I believe he just won my BHT roundtable giveaway too. Unless I'm having like a relapse on my memory here. I think I did. Raw, you did win that. I don't know if I'm pretty sure you did, because I know Anthony was on there too at the same time. Raw, you won the trimmer set. And so what I'll do is I'm going to ship the order that you ordered from me already. My gosh, my memory's getting bad. I think you just recently placed an order with me as well. And if you did, I'm hoping that you did. That my memory's not that bad. But if you did, I will ship that and the clippers off together. That way it's one package, you know. And so I'll be doing that. I can't remember if you ordered the woody woodpecker or not. I think you did. Okay. So Monday, when I get all the stuff that I'm waiting on in the mail, I will ship the whole thing off to you. And if you guys want me to make a mahogany teakwood oil, I can do that too. And I can just throw it into the same box for you when you ship. Yes, it was totally rigged. Raw got a hold of me before the giveaway, and he told me what number he was going to guess, and I just happened to have such a great memory to even remember the number he told me, and he won it. It's just the craziest thing, you know, kind of like, you know, when you win, Ryan, I don't know have you even won, Ryan? I don't know if you've won or not. Oh man. Also the ones, Ryan, you guys that have ordered these hats are in production right now. As soon as I get these done, I will ship this off to you. Okay, Ryan. So I know that you had placed an order, and Brian, on this hat too. Crazy. He never wins anything except my heart. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's what he said. But you know what? I don't hardly win anything either. And I'm glad he won, because when I win, I feel like, you know, the world's come to an end or something. Something's just not right, because it's not something that normally happens for me. I always have to work hard for what I get. I usually don't ever get anything won or given. That is a lie. That is a lie. I am a reviewer. I have had stuff given to me to review. But a lot of the things I've been given to review, I've actually turned around and given away to people. Because, you know, when you have so much stuff that's given to you, it just collects and you become a hoarder. And I don't like to be a hoarder. So I'd like to give it to people that actually need it instead of just sitting around. And so, but I'm trying to think, before I get off here, I'm trying to think, there are some other oils that I like to use. Just trying to think what they are. I like using Mad Viking. Not, you know, I have Mad Viking sitting on my shelf. I don't go to them very often. Every now and then I will, just, you know, because it's something different. I always try to have something different going on, because sometimes you use the same stuff over and over and over and it becomes very redundant. Oh my goodness. I said Bane blends already, I think. I'm trying to think who else I use. And I've got a lot of friends that I could say I use their stuff, but I honestly, I'm not gonna lie and say I do, because a lot of them are on my shelf in my studio. The ones that I use all the time are in my bathroom shelf, or on my shelf in my bathroom. And I'm just trying to think, I've Artist Man, Bane Blends, Raven Beard Co., my own stuff. Oh, Five Boroughs Grooming. I love using Johnny's stuff. I love his hoodie season. I love his Tabirco. It's like tobacco, like a nice tobacco flower scent. And then what was the other one he liked? Obsidian Royale. That's another great one from him too. I love using those three oils a lot. Just a great. And here's the deal. A lot of people can say, man, Chad, your carrier blend is so basic. It's so premature, or whatever the stupid word they could say. I've heard people say this about other people's blends, and you know what, just because somebody has 5 carrier oils in their blend does not make it like inferior to an exotic blend that has like 15 or 20. That's really cool to have 15, 20, but I don't think that it's like absolutely necessary. That's just my opinion. Somebody might have a different opinion, but these are expensive oils that you throw in there, and it's, you know, I want my beard to look great. I want it to feel good. But if I can make my beard look good and feel good, and it grows at a rapid rate, and it just makes it soft and fantastic, and I can get away with doing that with 5 oils that are really good oils, I don't really care. That's fine with me. I'm happy with that. You know, I'm trying to run a business too. So, you know, I am going to, just so you know, I am going to be adding into my blend avocado oil. It's just one that I've kind of experimented in with this new blend that I've been working on with Frosty. I do like the Babasu oil too, so maybe that one may end up in it. I don't know, but I do know that I do like the avocado oil. There's no scent to it, and it just has really good benefits for absorption when it comes to the moisture, keeping it moisturized in your beard. And anything we can do to make it more moisturized, especially when it's humid, is the best thing. You know, I know in the cold weather, there's no humidity, so it's completely opposite. It's either far on this side, too far on this side, or too far on this side, and finding something in the happy medium is always a great thing to have. Let's see here. I tend to do the same, been reviewing Montec PC parts for a while. They started stacking up, so I just give them away. Awesome. Perfect for December. It is. Check out Bath and Body Works, the scent Noir. Oh my gosh, it's amazing smell. But if my husband had that scent in his beard, he would be a happy man, because I love that smell. So I could probably make something like that. I'd never say I can't do something. I know I'm very, very good at learning things fast, all about meta learning and like really digging into the DNA of scents and stuff. And there are a lot of Bath and Body Works scents that are amazing. In fact, I'm probably going to sound weird probably when I say this as a guy, but I don't care. I mean, I'm as masculine as it comes, but I'm not worried about what people think either. My kids like to go to Bath and Body Works. I go in there. I love their hand sanitizers, the ones that smell masculine. I like to, you know, it's funny. I'll buy one like, I believe there's one, it's called, I want to say Ocean maybe. My kids use all the time when we go out. My wife, she takes it over. I like candles that smell good for my studio. I burn them all the time. Those little wallflowers, is that what they call those things? I got a guitar one that's in there in my studio, but I ran out of the juice for it. But there's different ones that's great. And the Noir, I know what you're talking about. I've smelt it before. They've got some great stuff there. I'll check it out. On Noir is for men at barbecue. I'll check that out. And then if I can come up with something, I'll let you guys know. And so I'm trying to think, my gosh, I'm trying to stay on point and try to remember all the great scents that I enjoy from different beard companies. Oh, let's just say this. Those are ones that I can remember right now, but let's talk about fragrances. Let's talk about what is my go-to fragrances like on a weekly basis. There are amazing fragrances out there, designers, people wear designers all the time, but you know what, this is gonna probably sound really weird to some fragrance connoisseurs, and I really don't care because I'm not trying to appease connoisseurs that are into fragrances. What I'm trying to do is teach people that are uneducated, that like fragrances, that go to stores and buy $80, $100 fragrances, and they're just okay. I want to tell you guys about some things that and maybe you know, maybe you aren't educated, but things that I've been doing for the last 3 years is finding fragrances that are like clone, not cologne, but clones, C-L-O-N-E-S, clones, like dupes, you know, like smells like type deals. I don't even say smells like, because I almost feel like, you know, do you guys ever remember the Dollar Tree ones? You go to the Dollar Tree, which the Dollar Tree is not really the dollar anymore. It's more like Tree 50. But you know, like $3.50, I'm kidding. $1.25, now it's $1.50, and they're just kind of creeping up there with Dollar General. But yep, 2 German Shepherds. Yep. So, but there are some fragrance houses out there that are from the Middle East that are absolutely crushing it and making it almost a 1-for-1 when it comes to these expensive fragrance lines like Creed, the House of Creed, or Parfums de Marly, or you know, Bond Number 9, and what other ones am I thinking of? Just these expensive ones out there, and like BR 540. And so one thing that you should look for, Five Below. Yep, Five Below has their fragrance. So here's a house designer that you need to definitely look into. Like if you're looking for a good for your husband or your dad or yourself or your son, definitely check these ones out, because I'm telling you, I could use I use these a lot. The most compliments I've ever gotten in my whole life from every fragrance I've ever had is called Armav's Untold. It's made by Armav and it's called Untold. It smells just like BR 540. I don't care if you're a guy or girl, all over the spectrum, you will have compliments. People will want to know, what are you wearing? And do not tell them what you're wearing, because they will go buy the same thing and smell just like you. Tell them you're wearing BR 540 and that ends it all, because then they'll go look at BR 540 and go, oh my gosh, that's $500, and they won't buy it. No, that would be lying. But seriously, Armav's Untold, it comes like in a kind of a reddish bottle. I could have it in my Amazon storefront, by the way. That's where I buy it from, Amazon. Awesome. And I bought the 3.4 ounce, the 100 mil, and I ran through it so fast because it was so good. Then I turned around and bought the 6.7 fluid ounce, which is the huge, you know, 200 mil, huge. And I love it. Every time I go out, people say, it's funny. I went on a, what was I at? I was at a national convention a couple months ago, and a buddy of mine uses my beard oil, and he got my beard butter from somebody else. I didn't even know he had the same beard butter. It was the Amber Trail beard butter. Actually, I lied. I gave him the beard butter, but somehow he got the beard oil from somebody. Somebody gave him the Amber Trail because he ended up having both of them. And I was telling his wife about the Amber Trail, about I can't even remember what I was telling her, saying something to her, and she goes, if it smells like what you're wearing, oh my gosh. That was the comment she made. Kim, yeah. And it was the Untold. And I said, no, it's not this one. And so that one is a crazy, crazy scent. I'm telling you, it is fantastic. Will last you all day long, literally all day long. These colognes have staying power, and they're in the $30 to $65 range. For the big, massive one, you're gonna pay probably 60, 65 bucks for 6.7 ounce, which is insane, huge. You're not even gonna pay that for some 3.4 ounces that are a lot smaller. Another one that is very masculine and smoky, if you want that nice, musky, smoky, just compliment puller, go with the Armaf, same brand, Armaf's Club de Nuit. By the way, Club de Nuit Untold, and that's the Untold one. It is Club de Nuit is the actual line from Armaf, but the flanker is Untold, which is just like a different name that they've come out with a different scent. But the Club de Nuit by Armaf, Parfum, or Intense Man Parfum. You got to get the Parfum one, Intense Man Parfum or perfume. And I'm telling you right now, same thing. It's all in black. It's all black bottle, not the red one. And I'm telling you, you will get compliments galore. It'll last all day long. My father-in-law, I convinced them to get it for my brother-in-law. He didn't like it. He is hung up on a fragrance from Abercrombie & Fitch called Fierce, which is more like a younger guy's fragrance. I think this one's going to be more masculine and more mature. I'm 42. I don't think that I'm an old man. I am more mature, than I used to be in my 20s and 30s. And so, but I still know what a great fragrance smells like. If it's a guy, it's a young man's great fragrance in the 20s, like Paco Rabanne 1 Million. I still love that stuff. It's a party in fragrance, even though I'm not really a partier. If I party with older friends and have a good time, just hanging out and eating and stuff. Those are the parties that I do. I don't really go out drinking and partying and going crazy and acting stupid like I used to. But the fact of it is that the Club de Nuit Intense Man Parfum, it's all black. It's on my storefront too, on my Amazon. I'm telling you, that's another banger. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And those are the two that I use most of the time. I'll go back and forth from those two. I've got several ones. I've got Azzaro Wanted by Night. That's not really a dupe house. That's actually Azzaro. It used to be 30, 35 bucks now since they discontinued it. Just like I said, all these nice, incredible flankers from these companies, what do? They go around and they sell tons of them, and then they just quit making them. Stupid business decision, but you probably find one of those bottles for over 100 bucks now. So it's really not that advantageous to save money to buy one of those, but it smells great. And I have one of those as well. In fact, I'm thinking about making my own fragrance that smells just like the Azzaro Wanted by Night. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to have different scents of my own beard products and fragrances, but I'm also able to make dupes from different stuff. My wife wants me to make her one of Romance by Ralph Lauren. She wants me to make her one of Light Blue from Dolce & Gabbana. The thing of it is, we just bought her one online the other day, and you can't hardly smell it. I said, I'll make you one that'll make you smell all day long. So I've got people at my church asking me, hey, can you make this? Can you make this? Here's a sample. Can you make this? And so everybody's wanting me to make them different sample or different fragrances, especially for Christmas. So if you're ever interested in fragrances, you can always send me an email at info@bhtgrooming.com with the fragrance, and I can certainly try my best to make one like it that's going to smell, stronger and last longer. It's something that I've kind of always been, and still pretty old. Hey now, why don't some last long? What's the key to look for? So if you want one that's going to last a long time, for the most part, you want to go for either a parfum or a extrait de parfum. And some of those still don't even last as long because you don't know exactly how much perfume oil, fragrance oil they're putting in it. I'm saying about 40% concentration is about half of the whole bottle, and it will last. I'll meet you in there. It will last, should last for quite some time. And so, but yeah, storefront is for Amazon, if you ever want to buy anything from Amazon, use my storefront link. It doesn't cost you 1 penny more, but you know what it does? It has Amazon kick back some money to me. So it doesn't come out of your pocket, comes out of the big man's pocket. Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world. I don't know if he still is, but kind of kicks a little bit of money out of his pocket, puts it back into the channel. I mean, you got dog food, all kinds of electronics, whatever you want to buy. You go through my link, it'll track the link for, I don't know, 30 days maybe. And it does support. I usually don't, usually if I have an affiliate, I'll try to push to the company, but it's on Amazon too. I'm a big Amazon guy. I like buying stuff from Amazon because why? Why not? Free prime shipping. That's what we do. Save money on shipping. Shipping is ridiculous these days. I hate to have to charge shipping on my own website, but I have to do it because if not, I got to pay for it my own penny. And so I try to make it as low as I possibly can as far as the shipping goes. Never mind, I don't want my husband getting complimented on he works with old ladies, can't risk it. Ah, that's funny. You know what's funny is I joke around with my wife. I say, I get hit on by more older women than I do younger women. And not that I want to be hit on, but I just think it's funny. I just think I'm like, do I just look like an old man or what? I mean, it's just interesting, the whole age demographic there. And so maybe it's because the younger women think I'm more intimidating because I'm bald and bearded. I don't know. A lot of people think I look intimidating because I have a bald head and a beard. Do you have an all black BHT hat with the logo in brown? So I do not have one of those, but I am planning on dropping a lot of different hats. And what I'm thinking about doing, somebody had a great idea, maybe dropping one for every limited edition, like limited drop scent. And I am looking at a, not black and brown, but what I am looking at is a black and gray hat with the round white, black BHT logo on it. I think that one would be really, really cool. And I love that. I love that black. I love black and white, but I like black and gray. I like wearing black. Maybe because it makes me look like I'm less fat. No, I used to be I was talking to a guy today and I said, it's freezing inside of Walmart. And he goes, I get kind of hot. And he's like 235 pounds. And I'm like 200 pounds, 6'3", and I used to be 300 pounds. And I'm like, dude, I used to be 300 pounds and sweat all the time. No matter where I went, I was hot. And now that I've lost over 100 pounds, my body still thinks it's like insulated. And I freeze, and it's always my hands and my feet that freeze all the time. It's, the extremities always freeze. And so, don't even want to go down the rabbit hole. I had to explain to my daughter now, billionaires are worth billions, but don't have much money to them at all. Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. I mean, to think that if I had $1 million, I would put that in some type of annuity and just live off just the interest. I mean, I would be happy with that. I don't have to have millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. What are you going to do with all that money anyways? Not like you can go off and spend it all in your whole lifetime. It's just, and the thing of it is that usually you make all this money and then somebody else gets it when you're gone, and they don't take, they take advantage of it and will probably blow it on stupid. All right, guys, sorry about that. I just got a phone call from my son twice. I don't think he gets the point when I ignore it because I'm on a live, but I'm going to have to jump off here, guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Wanted to jump on here and say, hey, if you have not checked out the Woody Woodpecker, make sure you pick it up. I don't want it to go out of stock before you know it. If you really like a oud one, buy a few of them if you want. Have them stocked up, stored up, so you don't end up loving it so much and wishing you had another one. And get the Frosty blend. I promise you, you will love it. You will love it, love it, love it. And I'll let you guys know when I come up with new hats and stuff and new drops. All right. Got an awesome scent coming out in January. I think you're going to love it. Fragrances will come up on the website in January, as well as body washes, that type of stuff. So with that being said, guys, I hope you have a great day. And we'll see you later. If you come on Grown in Grace tonight, Grown in Grace 28, I'll be doing music for the membership at 6 p.m. Hope to see you guys there. Nice meeting you, Jacqueline. We'll see you, Ryan, Raul. Take care, guys. Randy, take care, guys.